Broadcast live.
So essentially now Family Tree is Cass and Nadia
Yeah, essentially.
in
I
the
think,
Universal deal type.
Yeah, and I guess you maybe Ali Keys.
Okay.
Maybe if you consider him, and Capo, maybe
Oh, yeah,
if you
yeah.
consider him, because when I was there, I considered everyone Family Tree, man.
Yeah.
I
mean,
considered everyone.
I guess musically, that's
Yeah,
what
I considered everyone Family Tree, bro.
Yeah.
When Pepper was there, Pepper was
Yeah.
Family Tree, you know?
So right now, so I'm trying to break the layers from you opposite our office to you messing with Lons to you messing with Family Tree. Okay, now you at Universal, right? Now, how do you get to how do you get to a point where, okay, I'm on my own shit, you've had this conversation with Cass, and now what do you do after that, immediately after that?
What I do immediately after that is revisit all my conversations that I've had in the past with every label, Sony, Universal, as many as possible. And even when I was at Family Tree, I was consistently having conversations with Universal, consistently having conversations with Sony, and them giving me options. And Cass knew the whole time, like, Cass, I'm shopping. You know what I mean? Like, I'm shopping at the same time, because as you know, we don't have contracts, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't have, there's nowhere written where it's like Family Tree must do PR for me for set amount.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's nowhere where it said Family Tree needs to shoot X amount of videos for me. So when that's the case, you need to understand that you are the only nigga that has your back.
Yeah.
And being the case, you have to make the moves that, you know, accompany that. You know what I mean? Like, and that means you gotta go out there and you have to fetch what you have to fetch. So while at Family Tree, I was still fetching these things, still having these conversations. You know what I mean? And they would ask me, okay, you still at Family Tree? Yeah. If you're still at Family Tree, we can help you like this, and we can come in like this, and this can be the what, and we can split it like this and this and this. Okay, if you not with Family Tree and you decide to license straight, we can do it like this and blah, 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 blah. So these conversations were always happening, but straight after Family Tree, I revisited those conversations. Some people would tell me, we cannot release Pink Panther now. We don't think it's the right time. And I would tell them, you know what my answer is, guys. I just told you, the shit gotta go right now. And it's either you trying to jump on board or you know what's coming. Like, I'm doing it. Like, I respect you guys, you know, all love, but you know what's coming. And Universal was like, straight up, what do you want? I'm like, yo, I want to drop on this day, done. I want this done. I want this done. You know what I mean? But obviously these demands that I'm giving are on a licensing point of view. I'm not giving artist demands, like full rights demands. You know what I mean? Because it's not a full rights conversation, because I don't want to sell my masters. You know what I mean? So once they agreed to my terms, everything was gold, man. And now here we are.
In this whole journey, in retrospect, when you look at, like, besides, you said that, you know, Nadia does PR, you know, Gemini is the beats, you know, Cass, I guess, is the personality, and you the music. What do you think, independently of the music, is the one element that's taken you through all these phases from where you started? What is that one thing that has kept you just like that's bigger than music? That music can't carry on its own.
Character. First, like, I think, like you said, Cass has his character, Gemini has his character, Nadia has her character. And I think my character has always been one of, yo, I know exactly what I'm doing for myself. Like, I know exactly where I'm gonna end up. I know exactly what my vision is, and I'm not gonna sway. And just because you don't understand it, it doesn't mean that you're wrong. It doesn't mean that I'm wrong. You know what I mean? It's just an opinion. That's cool. So let me go about my business and get to what I have to get to. I've never been afraid to do things myself. You know what I mean? Hence, I learned how to produce. Hence, I've never paid for a studio session in my life. My first mic was from Game, 50 Rand, you understand? Like, and I just started off with that and I kept building. So I've always been like a one-man band man, you know. So I think just that in itself has always kept me strong in my ways. I'm stubborn, I guess, you know, at the same time. And I want everything to be about the music, and I want everything to be quality over everything, you know, for me.
So what's the vision?
The vision is a legacy. The vision is longevity. The vision is humility and growing something and helping change something, you know what I mean? That's the biggest vision. And money. I mean, after all that money. But the vision is more than just music, you know what I mean? Like, the vision is also more character based, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Global?
Of course. Right now I'm exporting. You know, like I did the France thing last year. I did the Midam events. They invited me out there to perform. I did that. I've been invited to South by Southwest twice. Both times I was very vocal about, you know, on social media about why I couldn't make it because I had to do other shit, like Pink Panther, to make sure that it's here now. I had to skip out on South by Southwest. Why? Because I'm independent and no one's paying my way, you know what I mean? So I gotta pay for mixing. I gotta pay for mastering. I gotta pay for the videos, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's priority.
So I have to prioritize, you know, one thing at a time.
You know, I saw that, I mean, I forgot about you in a sense, as in like with your talent, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you became part of Family Tree, so I forget the guy I know. You know, you become caught up in everything that is Family Tree, you know?
Yeah.
And I never even wanted to really listen to your single, like, per se, like, you know, there was a thing that I was not even...
You didn't want to listen to my single, right?
Not wanted to listen. I wasn't looking forward to listening to it. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like a thing where I was like, yo, you know what I mean? I wasn't looking forward to it. I was going to listen to it. Like, eventually I listened to everything.
Yeah.
But I wasn't looking forward to listening to it because obviously, you know, like I said, you kind of like have been under the shadows, so I forget your music capability. Jeez, like, I've never responded to Universal on the emails they keep sending me. I responded to Everson. I said, in 3 words, this is dope. The fact that, you know, you got King Munada there, and you still did that. I was like, okay, I remember now. I remember now. You are a musical genius, you know, and you put time in your music, and you care about your music. You know what I mean?
I definitely care.
That song could have gone anywhere, you know. But yo, it just shocked me on because, you know, Saturday I just catch up on shit I missed. I was like, yo, I responded to the cast from Universal. I said, yo, this is dope. You know, because they always spam us in a good way. It's what they do.
It's what they do.
So, right? You know, it's not like they expect a response. It's just like, you know, this is a drop. So I went on the YouTube page. I was like, yo, man, you deserve this right now. And I'm glad you took your time because, and I don't want to make it like it's a negative thing, you know. Cass is is the biggest person in Family Tree. Nadia is associated with it. Gemini literally has done a lot of work on his own, so he kind of breaks away. Exactly. But if you literally quiet in it, you almost become a part of the. You become a part of the washing with everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you haven't been working.
Yeah.
But even if you do work, in the noise that Casper can make and Nadia makes, you kind of like become small. You get diminished.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you finally got to a place where you actually realize that actually it's me, and you're gonna tell your story your way. Because with all your talent, you could have been swallowed by the magnitude of Cass, of a Nadia, or at least the PR, the reception. You could have been swallowed by that. And when I say I wasn't looking forward to the songs, because I was still getting the song from a perspective
that I was in that space, right?
Of the world that was big. That's bigger than anything that you've done musically. And when we speak honestly, bigger than anything you've done musically, reach-wise, and all those other things. So I'm just glad you've realized that you had to be in that space to learn from the cats, from Lawns, from the guys you started with, from like Family Tree, learn, absorb, but you never got lost in the machine. And people get lost in the machine. I'm glad you mentioned things like, even though I was with Cass, he knew I was still being with all the labels. Niggas get too complacent. I'm with the big nigga. I ain't speaking with anybody. You could still humble yourself and go, but you never did it behind Cass's back also.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's another thing about Cass. They're going to do it in his behind, and then the deal comes, you're like, so Cass, we just need to talk.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a relationship. So the fact that it was all in the front, it says a lot about your character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've just learned that about you also.
You know, like I tell Cass, like, you know, for me, it's like I have one rule. My number one rule is I should never be able to blame another man for where I am in life. You understand? That shit for me is like the weakest shit you can ever do as a man. Is point a finger at another man and blame him for where you are. You know what I mean? When you had all the power. You know what I mean? And we're not talking some slave shit and some, no, we're talking some like we are both on equal footing. We both have the same rights. You know what I mean? And we're both black. Let's like even go even more. Like, and we're both black. Like, you know, there's no way I'm gonna put my finger at you and get mad at where I am in life because of you. That's some weak shit. So, you know, just based off that, then everything just like, you know, becomes natural. And you know what I mean? And you wanna be honest, and you wanna, you know what I mean? And you don't feel bad about being honest. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro.
Yo, man, I wanna see you become a success, man. Similar to when I first heard your joint, and I was like, this is what needs to be out there. You know, I want to see you become a success in your way, and you're going to be, the thing is that like, the reason why you haven't popped is because you've been learning from everybody else, and you couldn't learn and also do because you were going to do it in their way.
Yeah.
You
exactly.
I mean?
I'm glad you understand. And it was gonna be so painful for me.
Exactly.
I was gonna look back and say, "Damn, I knew I shouldn't have done it like that." You know, I should have trusted my gut, but there was too much noise and blah blah blah.
There was too much to learn.
Too much to learn.
And you had to be inside all that noise.
Yeah.
And you were fortunate. You were around people who, I mean, Jude. You know, I mean, starting from Jude right down to Cass, right down to Tilly, to Nadia, all these people, you could learn and see their strengths, Gemini, everything, you know, so you had to be around the noise. Yeah,
Gemini taught me immediately that I don't want to be a producer's producer. He taught me immediately that I don't want to produce for niggas. Like, he taught me immediately, like, watching him being instead, I was like, nah, bro, this is not for me, let me not even try this. You know what I mean? So for me, like, if anything, you're gonna get a beat via email, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, you'll get it via email. Go figure yourself out. Let me know. Send me something, and I'll make it magic. You know what I mean? But I like energies do too much to me. Like, I don't want to be in studio and have your energy disrupt me. You know what I mean? Like, it could have went another way. You know what I mean? If I was by myself, bruh, like I could have avoided that. You know what I mean? So
Yo, and I think that this is only the beginning of winning your way. You it's only the beginning. You haven't done any work for yourself. Everything was just like so people can see what you can do. Oh, okay, come through there. Everyone was just like bringing you in because of it, but like you only not the solo shit. You only starting to work now. You only starting to work for yourself now.
You're right. You're right.
Starting now.
You're right, man. And it's crazy because now I manage myself. I do my own bookings. You know what I mean? And shout out to Jude. That's one of my best friends. We live in the same complex. I'm at his place every other day. We have like crazy heart-to-hearts still to this day. You understand?
Yeah.
So I mean, that also shows you like I had to do what I had to do for myself and say, bruh, I want to love you as a brother. You know, I don't want nothing to taint that. So you know, I know what I have to do. You know what I mean? And I can do it by myself right now. Like, you know what I mean? And it's getting back to that point where we are working. Like, we're still working, you know? When he gets bookings, we still do it together. Right now, we're working on the launch together. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's just like, I just let things happen organically, but at the same time, they happen organically in a way that I know is right for myself. You know what I mean?
I mean, the universe sometimes just wants you to say, I can do it on my own. Or I will do it on my own. And then just by that, things shift without you seeing.
Exactly.
But then Jude still comes and that's what he used to do all the time.
All the time, you understand?
but like there's almost like there's something that's been created with, it's just words, the power of words that literally like really like shift things and shift like way things that are approached.
100%.
But your relationship with Jude doesn't change. Jude doesn't stop looking out for you. You don't stop asking Jude for advice. You've just like put something, the universe just wanted it. It's like when a person goes, like when you're with the girl and you just, but you never say you love me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You just need to tell the
You just need to tell
the universe just needs to know that, do you believe in yourself?
Yeah,
bro?
yeah. It just
You know
needs to hear it, bro. It's just like, yo, tell me. Like, say it with your mouth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, yeah, I feel you. Yeah, for sure.
Yo, man.
For sure.
Good seeing you, man. And when is the full project dropping?
Full project is dropping on the 30th of this month, man.
Okay.
30th of August, we are gone, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Thank you, man.
Now I'm looking for it. Now that you know, and this is how the universe is gonna go. You're gonna learn. They're gonna forget.
Yeah.
They're gonna forget. Don't worry about them forgetting. You're gonna do one thing.
Yeah, and you know, like you have a point,
remember.
and you have a point because, like, I guess from your standpoint and what you do, you have to be making noise. You know what I mean? You have to be visual for yourself to be on the top of anyone's mind.
Yeah.
You know, and all I was doing was maybe posting a pic on Instagram here and there.
Yeah.
On Twitter, I went completely silent. One, because there was too much noise. And it was becoming a source of anxiety and depression. You know, every time I log on, I'm seeing things like, you fell off. Yeah, you shouldn't have left family tree. Look at what's happening. But I'm like, damn, but I cannot sit here and like explain myself to these people and say, but bruh, like, like if you only knew, you know, what I'm working on, you know what I mean? I didn't have time to do that because I knew at the same time, like, that was gonna diminish and like demean everything that I was working on at the time. You know what I mean? So when you say, like, you know, you forgot, I understand it completely because I literally went underground. You know what I mean? But now I'm back with the plan that I've always had. This plan I've always had. I've been stacking up on content that I'm releasing now. I've been had. You know what I mean? I've got so much other content in the bag. I've got videos down in the bag. They might not be the video for the single, but you know what I mean? That should tell you. I'm just shooting videos, bro. You know, so I'm working, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm working. I've been working. I guess now it's time for people to witness it, bro.
Oh man, thanks for coming through. And like I just said, it was a simple, basic, universal thing of you have to learn. Maronga papi, because you'll lose. Because you could have been lost. And that's a big thing. People get lost. People be like, you're jealous of Kaz, you're jealous of Nadia, you're jealous of GM. Your argument was never like, you guys are getting this. Your argument was like, I'm not getting mine. You know what I mean? And you never made the argument about what they're getting. You made it about, yo, I'm not getting mine. Not because it's your fault. I'm not getting mine because I don't think I want to get mine like that.
Like that. You understand?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that literally puts you in another place, and it's good karma, because like a guy like me who says I'm an example of a guy who forgot, and like they tell you about guys like me, they're gonna forget. They talk about guys like me, they're gonna forget, and you're gonna see them forget. Maybe I also have a tweet there saying you fell off, not, but you're gonna see them, they forget, and when you see them forget, you're gonna panic and want to drop the song, want to be famous, but you kept it still. And when it was time, you dropped one thing, and all I needed to do is just open that thing for 3 minutes. I said, I know this guy. I actually haven't been paying attention. I feel shit about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, dope, my G.
Thank you.
The Pink
Thank you
Panther.
for having me, man.
I'm glad to have this conversation with you now. I'm glad 6 years later, from when I first heard you, you've grown and grown strength by strength. And I'm glad that I'm speaking to you at your new beginning, because I spoke to you at your old beginning.
Yeah, but I kept telling you, you're like, yo, when are you gonna come through the interview? And I kept telling you, like, bro, trust me, we gotta save it for when this album is ready to go, because there's a lot that I want to say, but I can't say it prematurely. You know what I mean? Like, so when this album is ready and we can talk about the album, it's gonna be a dope conversation.
I see you in the world, man.
Thank you, man.
I see you in the world.
Thank you.
You know, homeboy Tshego, aka what you call Shag.
Shag, aka Shag.
What a name.
What a name, bro.
AKA Shag.
Yo, that's straight up high school.
And he was shooting blanks. And he finally made it, and he's got a kid now. So we give thanks.
Yes,
amen.
Yes, amen.
Peace out, my G.
Thank you, my brother.
Nice,
Broadcast live